Well, certainly the safety of wildlife in the area has been imperiled. A reporter for the Mobile Press-Register captured some stunning images just off the Alabama shore. Let's play what he has found. Let's roll this just real briefly.
There's another one coming toward the camera, and you can see quite clearly these are sharks 5 to 6 feet long. We were to see some much larger sharks. Just watch as we look here. There's another shark. There's another shark.
They're all over the place, and they're right there by the beach. A swarm of sharks, very shallow water. They're usually nowhere near there, at least not in those numbers. Reporter is Ben Raines, who's on the phone right now. Ben, great job. How many did you count?
Well, we saw hundreds of sharks. The most we counted at one time was 27. We rode down the beach a ways and just saw sharks the entire time. I see a lot of sharks down here, but this was an extraordinary grouping. It wasn't just sharks. There were, king mackerel and Spanish mackerel and ladyfish and all manner of fish in there, schooling in ways they don't usually do. I mean, you won't usually find large numbers of the mackerel around huge schools of sharks.
Yeah.
They eat each other,
Is it low oxygen? Is low oxygen levels forcing them away from the oil? Is that why they're that close to shore?
Well, the scientists have been measuring very low levels just a few miles from where all the sharks and other fish were congregating, and in these big plumes that reach up 30 feet off the bottom, where the levels are too low to support life, just like Louisiana's dead zone we all hear about. Well, that's caused by algae eating fertilizer from the Mississippi River. It appears that oil, microbes are eating the oil and causing a similar phenomenon over here on our side of Louisiana. And it's not just these sharks and stuff. People have been catching big offshore fish right on the beach.
Wow.
Amberjack, triggerfish. It's very unusual. You wouldn't normally catch those kind of fish inshore like that.
How about the people on shore? Were they aware of this?
No. No, they weren't.
They weren't, huh?
Well, and we were in a sort of remote spot. We were next to a wildlife refuge.
Right.
But we did travel past some populated areas.
I got to ask you this. Are these creatures doomed? I mean, can they make it indefinitely if the oil doesn't get any closer than it is?
Well, there's still a lot of water with oxygen in it. And they're not sure the extent of these low oxygen areas off Alabama as far as how far east and west they go. When the spill the first month of the spill, we had a tremendous push of fish come in great numbers into the nearshore areas. Then as the oil came here, they disappeared. Now we're getting reports from Panama City in that area that they're having more red snapper than they've ever seen, having more dolphin they've ever seen, more mahi-mahi. It appears the fish, they can swim, and they're moving ahead of the oil and trying to stay in good water.
Well, what's the biggest shark you saw? Was it a bull shark, or what was it?
Well, we saw several bull sharks. We saw one shark, and I'm not sure what it was, but it was between 400 and 500 pounds. It may have been a big tiger shark.
Wow.
But an extraordinarily large animal to see that close to the beach. We were in 6 feet of water.
Yeah, no kidding. Ben, great job. Mobile Press-Register's Ben Raines. Thank you for the video, and thank you for sharing your insights with us. You're the environmental correspondent with them, and so you know all about this. Again, many thanks.
Yeah, and we've got a number of videos up on our website, which is al.com, so if anybody wants to check them out.
Give me the address one more time.
It's al.com.
All right, Ben, thank you so much.